Hey there, and welcome to the Sugar Treatment where we bake and heal together. My name's Anthony, aka the Baking Social Worker. Today, my husband Sean is joining us. We're talking all about advice for our younger selves. We're also going to be making a delicious s'mores nacho skillet, which I have to say is not a healthy baking recipe, but it looks so good, so I wanted to try it. So let's get started. First, you'll need a 9 or 10 inch cast iron skillet. Now, Sean, go ahead and add in our first layer of graham crackers.
How many?
Just layer the whole bottom.
All right.
Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our first layer of chocolate chips.
I'm taking it that I get to do the marshmallows. Those are next.
That's right. Let's do another layer. For those of you that are new to the Sugar Treatment, this is my husband, Sean.
What's up? I'm actually really excited. I think this is the first time I officially got to wear an apron.
I love the skillet, right? Like we've been having a skillet moment lately.
We have.
This is very easy, and you just add in 2 sleeves of the graham crackers. You saw that we broke those up. And then a bag of marshmallows. You can use kind of as much or as little as you want. And then it says 2 cups of chocolate chips, but you could use...
We threw a little extra on top.
You could use more or less.
I mean, a little extra is better.
We were inspired because we watch RuPaul's Drag Race. And for those of you that do, you know that it is a tradition on the show toward the end of the season for the queens to speak to their younger selves, to give advice to their younger selves. And I was just inspired by that because the messages from the queens are always so like thoughtful and emotional, and
I feel like they have to have writers help them or something, because I was literally sitting down and he's like, we have 10 minutes to do this. It took a lot longer than 10 minutes to really like look at a picture of myself and say, what would I say? I don't know why it was so hard.
Well, I'm glad that you were being thoughtful about it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good or not, but I will recommend this to anyone out there to actually do, because I feel like it is something special.
All right, well, we're gonna dig into that. Why don't we get this in the oven and then we'll go ahead and read our letters.
Okay.
All right. I have these pictures of us,
I know, we're
right?
so cute.
Which you've seen. We got this like for our wedding.
Yeah, that was out at our wedding.
It was out at our wedding. And I've kept it in this little case here, but I thought it would be really helpful for us to have a visual today of little baby Sean. Look at cute little baby Sean right there.
Do you realize it looks like I have a ghost on my finger or something?
It's not a ghost. It's a reflection. And what's with the Hawaiian shirt? Like, why am I wearing the Hawaiian?
It was a thing. You were
and puka shells.
You were on brand.
Full puka shell moment.
90s.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna keep this right here for y'all. And then, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I don't know. I'm so nervous actually to do this.
Why?
I don't know if it's because it's so vulnerable or.
Oh, honey, are you gonna cry? You know, when I was writing it, I did get a little bit emotional.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh my god, why is this so hard? It really is, because we don't know what we wrote, so it's interesting. Okay. Your life isn't going to be easy. Things aren't going to come to you as easy as it appears for others. You're going to have to try harder than others, but no, it's not a weakness, but a strength, because you can. Your power is in your resilience and fearless attempts to try. Even when you get knocked down or think you're the opposite and full of fear, let the light inside of you of hope be your guide. Just be you and don't apologize for it. Stop worrying about how you appear to others, and for heaven's sakes, put on a bathing suit and jump in the pool. There's going to be life-changing moments ahead, so stop worrying about every little thing and remember to have fun. Things will go wrong, and there will be moments where the ones you love the most will rattle you at your very core. There will be times you will question everything. You will find yourself standing at the base of a mountain, looking up with doubt. But with a quick glance back, it will reveal all the mountains you have already scaled, making this next one maybe not easier, but more bearable, because you can. Don't ever lose your ability to love and have compassion for others. Just be aware of those who want to drain it. Tell your family you love them every day. Don't lie to yourself, and know you will find peace in just being honest. Life is very much like a Disney movie. A parent might die, which will send you on an adventure to find yourself. Put in the work and don't be scared by the pain, because every movie has a happy ending. And remember that most of the movie is in the learning, adventure, and joy in the journey.
That was so good. You're such a good writer. I forget that you're such a good writer. Y'all don't know this, but Sean has won competitions for his writing, haven't you?
I have.
For your poetry, right?
I have.
You're very good at writing.
Was that good?
I don't know why you were nervous about this. I feel like there's so much that I want to talk to you about in there.
Yeah, I was really nervous about that.
Well, how was it reading it?
Difficult. But I don't even think I looked at the camera.
No, you didn't. You were buried.
I was buried into my words.
So mine says, Dear Anthony, wow, you've already had so much life experience in just a few short years. And the truth is, you shouldn't have had to see the things you saw. I want you to know that you're going to be okay, but you're going to have some rough years ahead. People are going to tell you that you're worthless, that your feelings don't matter, that you're ugly, stupid, and that you won't be successful because of who you are. You're going to believe a lot of these things, but not forever. You know you're different and it's terrifying. I know you're going to try to hide it, repress it even, but it's not going away, babe. I get that you need to do what you need to do to survive, but don't hide for too long. You have people that care about you, even though it's hard to see sometimes. I know you want to die, and that you think life for the people you love would be easier if you weren't there. Your perseverance is your superpower. You learn that from your parents, but you won't realize that until later. You will never give up, and that will lead you to success in school, athletics, relationship, and your career. It's also the thing that will guide you to loving every part of you. So while life may seem like an overwhelming burden now, you will learn to love it. And you will learn to use your experience and natural talents to bring love and healing to others. Be patient, be gentle with yourself, and persevere. Love you. P.S. Don't worry too much about the ugly thing, you'll grow out of it.
That was good. I was getting a little emotional there.
With mine?
Yeah, it was so good.
Well, I feel like
Perseverance is like both of us have.
it's like a very common theme
yeah.
here. I mean, you use the word resilience,
Yeah.
right? Which I think is also, they're similar, perseverance and resilience. But why did you choose that? Why do you feel like that was kind of like the advice that you wanted to give or impart to your younger self, to this sweet little Sean?
I know. Because life isn't easy. Life wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, look, I'm getting a little emotional. And it's just about knowing, that's why I said, because you can overcome things. You can do things that you want to do. And it's just, you know, like plowing through the difficult times and those walls, because there's so much magic on the other side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can relate to everything that you're saying, and I just feel like with every sort of trial that I faced in my life, every difficult thing, I've just kept trying. And I now realize that that's something that I learned from my parents. They modeled that for me because my parents have also faced awful, awful, terrible things in their life. And despite that, they've just kept going, and their perseverance led to them having a lot of success in their life. And so now that I'm an adult and I can sort of reflect and recognize that like, to me, that's the thing that I was doing as a kid unwittingly that carried me through. Was just like, yes, you got bullied today, but go back in there and kick that bully's ass on the math test. You know, whatever it was, I found my way of sort of getting
It's funny,
back.
You kicked that bully with math test. Me was always my creativity or performing in some way. Like that's how I did it. That's how I found my, you know, my strength.
Why don't we take a break here? The s'mores are done, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about this. Why don't we go ahead and try this? Because
Absolutely.
It's warm and it's just sitting in front of us. And then while we try this, I just want to ask, why do you think this experience was emotional for you?
I don't think I've ever like sat down and talked to the younger version of myself. You know, like really when you go back in time and think about the person you were and maybe where you are now, you kind of reflect how much things have changed.
Yum.
And how you have grown as a person. Because sometimes you know, we're so like caught up in now sometimes with like how we're feeling and maybe things aren't the way we want them. But when you really sit back and reflect your journey, you can see how far you've come and you can reflect on the lessons you've learned. You know? Is it good? That's a yes.
You gotta get in there and like make sure, yeah, that's gonna be a good bite right there. It's like all the things you love about a s'more, but better because it's all like, it's all together, you know? And it's just as messy.
This would be great for like one of our pool parties with our friends.
I love what you said. I think for me, reflecting on it was emotional because I could recognize like the wounding that happened. And like as an adult, someone who wants to be a parent now, you look and think like, if you had a kid, like how you would want to protect them from that wounding, right? And from that damage.
But there's also a part where you have to let that child learn on his own.
Which is the terrifying part of being a parent.
Yeah.
Is that they're gonna have to go through these things and there are gonna be things that you can't protect them from. You think it would be important for them to do?
I think people should do it. Even, you don't have to let anyone know, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, write your younger version self a letter.
It's so
See what you would
cathartic.
say.
It's so cathartic, and I think that it does allow you to sort of wrap yourself around your younger self. I know, I get dirty here. But it allows you to kind of embrace that inner child who is still in you, right? I mean, like, and I think that when you become an adult, you know, you sort of try to move away from that younger person that's inside of you, because now I'm an adult and I have adult responsibilities. I have adult things. I
probably want to push away the pain.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to deal with this anymore, you know? But the truth is, like, when we're hard on ourselves and we're so critical, which I know that you are and I know that I am, right? We're we have very high expectations for ourselves. It's important to remember that inner child who was so wounded, who is still inside of you, who you need to continue to nurture. And I think that's what this letter does.
Right.
Well, if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, right? Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, subscribe.
To get
Like this video.
Like the video, comment below, let me know if you're trying this, and then also let me know if you decided to write a letter to yourself.
Yes,
I would be really excited to hear what the experience was like for you, and share any advice that you might have with our community here.
And I feel like this is a practice you should do. Like maybe like in a year or 2 years, check in and write yourself another letter. Like, see where you've come.
Maybe we'll have to do
There
that.
you go,
We'll have to come back to it on the sugar treatment. All right, folks, keep it sweet.